If you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm Dr. V and I do love readings for twin flames, soulmates, immortal beloveds. The label really doesn't matter. All that matters is that deep connection that you feel with the person that you love. Now, I am so proud to serve this global Live Tarot family, and there are two things that we do here together. One is we do these readings so that we can help you to either unite, reunite, or just to better connect with that person that you love, utilizing these beautiful decks to give you guidance from spirit. The second thing we do here is we really believe in raising our vibrations, expanding ourselves spiritually so that from that vantage point, we can manifest all of the beautiful blessings in life that we so want and deserve. And that doesn't just include love. It also includes success, peace, joy, happiness, thriving, prosperity, all of the things that we are all on this human journey to experience. So if that resonates with you, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and join this amazing family, because I really do believe that you won't regret it. We are here to uplift each other and really share this message of positivity and light. So also make sure, if you like this reading, to give it a thumbs up, because that does tell YouTube that we have a message that is worth sharing. So today we're going to go deep on the divine masculine and the divine feminine's energies. So we are going to use decks that I'll be using today, including the 3 that I have created especially for all of you who are on this journey. So let's get into our reading. Spirit, can you please tell us, how does the divine masculine feel about his feminine at this time? What are the divine masculine's thoughts and feelings about his feminine at this time? Wow. Oh, very interesting energies coming through here. Wow. So what are the masculine's true thoughts and feelings about his feminine at this time? So what I'm feeling here, guys, is that there is definitely something going on here with your masculine being in more of a dreamlike state lately. I feel that if there have been issues going on between the two of you, maybe you have felt disconnected from each other in some way. You're dealing with certain obstacles. You've been seeking a union. You've been wanting to come together, but it's almost like there is some point of disconnection that is keeping that path unclear. It's like there's this fogginess that is going on, and I feel like it is coming from that dreamlike state. It's almost like you can't see the bridge. You know that there is a bridge between your hearts. You know that there is a bridge between your souls. But lately, it has literally felt like it's been foggy, like it's been hard to see. And I can tell that some of you have lost your belief, like you're trying very hard to keep up the faith. Some of you may even be at the end of your rope, where you're asking yourself the question, is it time? Should I just give up on this connection and move on? Because I feel like we've been stuck in a rut for a long time. There's always some lack of clarity going on here between the two of you. And see, I also feel the energy of you guys being tired of this going slow, right? It's like, how long do I have to keep doing this go slow, take my time kind of thing? That going slow has added up to sometimes months, to for some of you even years. And so I'm feeling that there is definitely a level of frustration here where you feel like, why can't we take this relationship, this connection that is in our hearts, that is in our dreams, why can't we make it into a reality? I feel like there have been definite obstacles here. Now see, he sees you definitely as his soulmate. You could see it as a twin flame as well, if that's what, you know, what resonates with you. And look at this. This is the beauty of how he sees you as his empress. And there are various things that this actually represents to your masculine. There's a creativity here. There's a creation energy here. This is an energy of wanting to come out of this dream world, wanting to take you out of just being his dream girl, his dream woman, and making you into the true empress of his life, as in creating a real life with you, having a family with you, because the empress is pregnant. She is pregnant with possibility. She's also could be pregnant with a child. So this is about your masculine looking towards the future, thinking about how can he finally come out of whatever was this lack of clarity, whatever was this confusion or this foggy energy, and come out of things that were just like building castles in the sky. And how can he make it real? How can he really build this bridge? How can he go over this bridge together with you, hand in hand, and create something real? And I feel like these are the things that need to happen for this to finally come into fruition. Well, the first thing here is that he understands that there is a maturing process that he needs to go through. But I feel like whatever this time has been where you have been struggling, either in physical distance, emotional distance, spiritual distance, or just all of the above, right? I think he has realized that he needs to mature if he is truly going to have the relationship with you in the real world that he wants. He's going to have to mature. There is definitely going to be some healing that needs to happen here, both within himself and within your connection here, feminine. See, healing, reconnecting with your true nature. So I feel like, again, in with this kind of separation and him being more like feeling a connection to you, more having you in his daydreams, because I feel like there is also a fear coming through from him. If you feel that your masculine has not been communicating with you lately, he may have stopped reaching out. You may be getting a message here and there, you know, a text or a phone call or something, but it's sporadic. It's like once a week. And he may even be trying to keep it very casual, kind of like a, how are you? I'm doing good. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, things are okay, right? It may be that he's trying to keep things casual because he understands that there is a healing process that needs to happen here. There may have been a lot of intense energy, maybe even some intense fights or discussions that happened between the two of you. And so what I think he is afraid of, because I think one of the things that your masculine, because he is still working on kind of growing into his own maturity, growing into a expanded, better, mature, wiser version of himself as this masculine. I think he is afraid of fighting with you again. This Five of Wands energy is really the energy of having that intense kind of disagreement, you know, not wanting to trigger each other. I feel like there's definitely an energy of triggering here between the two of you. Some sort of emotional triggering has happened. You have I feel like you almost went from being in almost this dreamlike state where everything was really wonderful. You almost felt like it was a paradise. You were connecting, you were growing, you were expanding, you were enjoying every moment with each other. And then boom, all of a sudden something happened and the tide just turned. There was some sort of a big shift away from that energy of connection into something that was more disconnected. And this is what your masculine is afraid of repeating. So if he has been holding back lately, it is because he doesn't want to go back into those negative energies with you. Now, for some of you, and this is not for all of you, but I feel like there are two additional messages here that are coming through. One is for those of you who I feel like the trigger may be going on because of some sort of lingering energy from past relationships that either one or both of you have been in. There's something here from the past that is haunting you. Either you have been, or he has been, or both of you have been very disappointed, or you felt betrayed, backstabbed, let down by either a marriage in the past. Either you have divorced and you have been really trying to heal. Again, that's why I feel like we're getting this healing card. You've been trying to heal from the aftermath of this. And you feel like that energy of whoever that ex is, whether it is an ex-spouse or an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend or some sort of ex-partner, that energy is still weighing the two of you down. And that is why you're getting the Three of Cups here instead of the Two of Cups, as in there is the ghost of a third person here. Okay. They may, and I feel like for some of you, that person is still there. And for some of you, it is just a ghost. So this is for, I feel like, very strong energy for those of you who are in both positions, right? So for those of you who have been feeling that there's a trauma from your past, you feel like you've been let down, you feel like you came off of a very unhappy relationship with somebody else and you haven't been able to shake off that energy, or he hasn't been able to shake off that energy. And because of that, you are triggering each other in this connection. I feel like there is definitely healing that you both need to do, right? Because you don't want to poison, what they call poisoning the river, right? You don't want to, you want to have that fresh flow of new energy between yourself and your masculine or feminine. You don't want to poison the water with ghosts from the past. And that is another form of, I think, energy that is feeding into this fighting energy because you're being triggered. So one thing I do want all of you to know is that I know it's hard to do, but you can't come to the conclusion or the judgment that your masculine or your feminine is going to behave in the same way, and they're going to do the same things, or they may hurt you or betray you in the same way as somebody else did in the past. I know this is really hard, guys, because, you know, sometimes it's a pattern that we're used to, but try as hard as you can to get out of that energy of expecting your divine masculine or feminine, even if it is subtle, even if it is like more of like a repressed or subconscious feeling. You may not even consciously feel this, but it may be deep down inside in your foundational energy where you almost expect your love to behave in the way somebody else did in the past. And so you're afraid of that, right? And if they say or do anything that reminds you of that, it triggers you into some sort of a fighting response. It's almost like a fight or flight response. And so this, I think, Spirit is saying you really need to be careful of this because it will poison the water. And for the rest of you who, and I know some of you are struggling through third-party situations, there's another message here for you. If you are stuck right now in an unhappy situation where you're in a relationship or marriage with somebody else, or your beloved, your masculine or feminine is, or you both are. Sometimes that's the case as well. This is another energy that is continuing on where there is a third party, again, that is poisoning this water. And that is an energy that, again, your masculine is afraid of because he knows that until this issue gets resolved, you both are going to be in this Five of Wands energy. You just can't avoid it, right? You can't avoid it when you're not able to give the person that you love your complete attention, your complete love and commitment, until he is able or she is able to give you this Two of Cups. It's going to, remain this way, right? And that's another reason why your masculine or feminine may have stepped back from this. Wow. Okay, so let's pause here and let me give you your affirmation of the day. So this is interesting that this came up. Wow. Thank you so much, Spirit. If you're new here, let me tell you this. Spirit usually, and we've seen this again and again, usually very much tends to support the affirmation of the day. And I choose that affirmation before I actually do the reading. So I have no idea what's going to come up in the reading. And look at this. Today's affirmation is, I bless and release my past. And isn't it so interesting that is exactly the energy that has come up here, right? That there is a lingering energy here from past wounds or past relationships especially, that is definitely obstructing this connection. And it's almost like your masculine is telling you, look, I am haunted by these things from my past, these ghosts from my past, and I want to let them go so I can be with you. Isn't that amazing? So let's focus on that, guys. I want you to write in the box below, I bless and release my past. You need to release that negative, any kind of negative energy that you are holding from past relationships, so that you can be with your beloved, your twin flame, your soulmate in a new and refreshing way. Okay, guys? Wow. Really amazing energy here. Okay, so Spirit, can you please tell us, what does the divine masculine need to understand about his feminine right now? What is it that he's not seeing about you, feminine? What does he need to better understand about what his feminine wants and needs? Wow. Okay, we're coming out strong here. Whoa, we are coming out really strong. Wow, masculines. There is some very specific stuff here that your feminine wants you to understand. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Incredible. This is so amazing. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, thank you for these very specific messages here. Okay, so this is what the masculine really needs to understand about his feminine. Six of Pentacles. Look at this. Strength. Look at this. We're getting so many amazing energies here that are so powerful. So much of this, I think, is again about facing our internal fears, right? And, at this point, let me just pause and remind you, this is a general reading, okay? Not everything may resonate with your particular situation. We're all on a very special and unique journey, and I understand that. And so that's why I say, take the messages that resonate for you and leave the rest. And if you'd like to have guidance, specific guidance on your special situation, that's what a personal reading is for, between the two of us. And if you'd like to have that with me, the link to that is in the box below. So you see here how the feminine right now is very much focused on real transformation. Feminines, this is amazing energy coming from you. I am so proud of you. This is incredible energy coming from you. You are really solid and very clear on what it is that you want, not only for yourself, but also for this connection. And what we're seeing here is that you want reciprocity. I think masculines who are watching this feminine, the feminine needs you to show up the way that she shows up for this connection. She feels that you, at and it's not to say that it's always, but she does feel that you tend to show up to this connection sometimes not with the equal amount of energy, attention, focus, perspective, caring, and expansion as she would like you to have, because she knows at that deep level that it's only through the Six of Pentacles energy, which is really about the equal giving and receiving of love, peace, joy, happiness, heart-to-heart conversations, connection. It's only when this is done equally and both of you show up equally to give and receive can this connection be truly as beautiful as it is meant to be. So masculine, your feminine really wants you to get over, or at least she wants to be there for you in the same way that you can be there for her equally, so that you can together conquer any kind of fears or setbacks that you have, right? Because I feel like with this reading so far, we've been seeing how there are definite issues that are triggering the two of you, right? There are definite childhood wounds, past relationships, just negativity that and baggage that you may be carrying over. So what your feminine wants you to understand about her, masculine, is that it's important for her that you show up in your full strength, that you can be strong together, that you are there together to build something that is resilient, to build a connection that is not just here today and gone tomorrow, but one that can stand the test of time, that can withstand any kind of obstacles that may come along. And again, see, we're getting this a second time for those of you who may be in some sort of third-party situations. This is a really big obstacle. So a special message for those of you who are in these situations. Your feminine wants you to have the strength and the self-worth to step up and leave a situation in which you are unhappy. If you are miserable in a particular situation, but you are staying in it because you somehow don't feel that you have it within you, you don't have the strength, or somehow you've gotten to believe that this is all you are worth, that you're not worth more than this, that you don't deserve more, that you have to stay where you are and kind of bear the brunt of the punishment, or that you are just too afraid of facing the fears of what may come from this, it is time for you to step up into your strength. And for those of you who are not in that situation, the message is still the same. When you are struggling with triggering energies, right? I feel like there's a lot of heartbreak that has gone on here. Three of Swords, okay? So your feminine wants you to know that you have broken her heart in many ways in the history of this connection. She has felt very heartbroken. She has felt very hurt, wounded by some of your actions, but she is still willing to get over that, to heal from that, if you can show up with a transformation, if you can show up equally, meet her halfway, and show that you are willing and able to come through, that you want a breakthrough and a transformation in this connection as much as she wants it, right? So this is so important. She wants you to be worthy of yourself. Like, she wants you to feel that you are worthy of her love. You are worthy to have something great in your life. You are worthy to get over whatever these feelings of fear are. See, facing fear, subconscious release, healing again. This is the second time we are getting the healing energy. So definitely there are things here that need to be healed, masculine. So what about feminines? What is it that you need to understand better about your masculine? Where are some of the gaps, feminine? If you feel like you are not understanding some of your masculine's behavior, why is he doing the things that he's doing? Why is he saying the things that he's saying, right? Here is Spirit helping us along. Can you please tell us, Spirit, what are we missing? What are the feminines missing about their masculine? What do they need to know to better understand where their masculine is coming from? Wow. What does the feminine need to better understand about her masculine? Wow, this is interesting. Really interesting. Wow, okay, so this is coming through so clearly. Now, feminine, here is the main issue with your masculine. He doesn't want to fail. Okay, this I feel like the easiest way to put this energy, the simplest way to kind of bring all of these energies together is that he doesn't want to fail. The thing that your masculine is afraid of the most is being a failure in your eyes, feminine. Okay, it's so clear. Look at this. This card, this not for you, is about how your masculine's greatest fear is that you are not for him. As in, you will feel like you are not for him. As in, you won't want to be with him anymore because of what has gone on in the past, that you will let him go and you will say, this man is not for me because he is not stepping into what he needs to be. Like, he's so afraid that you will reject him and see him as a failure because of the mistakes that he has made, as well as I feel that because of certain actions that he has not taken or taken. So I feel like there's something in him that right now is extremely sensitive about failure and success. This is the strong energy that is coming from him, because look at this. He is very focused right now on himself, but I'm not saying that he is a narcissist. He's not being narcissistic. I think he's very much focused on being a stronger, wiser, smarter, more capable man or masculine. Okay? There is definitely a deep desire in your masculine to step into his own greatness. There's definitely something within him that lately has been feeling like he has failed you, failed himself, and maybe even failed other people lately, because this family card is also coming up. So I'm also feeling that for those of you who do have kids, and even if you don't have kids, but if you have other family that you feel like you are very close to, that you are part of, you have parents, siblings, cousins, whatever extended family or a community of people around you who you really deeply care about, who you're connected to, who you feel a responsibility to. I'm also feeling that there's an energy there coming through where it's like your masculine either feels like he has let them down or is afraid of letting them down because of the road that he's been going on. There's definitely been something in him lately that has not felt as confident or as capable as he usually feels. And this is what he wants you to know, feminine, is that, he may be a bit too proud. He may have a bit too much self-respect to share this with you, but he may have been experiencing some kind of failures lately in his life that he may not want to share with you. Now, some of these failures can be professional, right? He may be having some money issues. He may be having career issues. He may be having issues with, really solidifying his future and therefore also your future, like him wanting to be able to offer you something really solid when he does make you an offer. Like when he does make you an offer for a serious commitment, a commitment that is long lasting, if he hasn't already, then I feel like part of that is going to have to be with him feeling really secure, safe, and comfortable financially so he can make you a good offer. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect is that he has definitely been struggling with his own sense of well-being. I feel that he may have been having some sort of health issues because there's a lot of stressful energy coming through. He may be under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress from a family situation as well as a career situation. There may have been changes that have happened that he has really had to scramble to figure out. And so if he has withdrawn from you, feminine, this may be one of the reasons why. It just may be a lot of changes that he is going through, that he is really struggling with. So the overall energy here is definitely that he is afraid of failing. He's afraid of failing you, feminine. He's afraid of failing his family. He's afraid of failing himself. And there's been a lot of turmoil here, and that is why he's been focusing on himself. But again, I don't feel that this is a negative focus or a narcissistic focus. I think it's a focus on himself where he is trying to better himself because of this King of Wands and the Magician's energy. See, this is your masculine saying, look, I need to do things differently than the way I've been doing them. This is wonderful because he is acknowledging, he is realizing that he needs to take back his own power. Look at this: power, self-confidence, productivity. And he knows that whatever disharmony that you've been going through, and I can feel that you have, right? There's been a lot of turmoil, a lot of drama, a lot of disharmony, a lot of stress that both of you have been feeling, right? I feel that he understands that in order to gain back your trust, feminine, your love, the harmony that you once shared, he's definitely going to have to step back into his own real power. The power in him that was good, that was productive, that was self-confident, because right now he has really lost it. And when a masculine loses that sense of belief in himself, that sense of self-respect, that sense of empoweredness, that empowering attitude that he would have as this King of Wands, as a magician, then definitely everything around him is going to suffer. And so I feel like what he's trying to do is come back into this energy. He wants to reinvent those aspects of himself that have gone wrong with this Magician's energy. This is great because he's feeling fresh. He's feeling frisky. He has new ideas. He wants to pursue new things, and he wants to really be this King of Wands for you, feminine. He wants to become the master of his energy, of his passion, of his action. He wants to go out and have better results in every way so that he can be that strong, passionate, sexy masculine that you fell for in the first place. So look at this. Isn't this beautiful? What he's really looking for, with you especially, is this joy and delight and the sun's energy. Isn't that so beautiful? Look at this: joy and delight, open your heart to joy, and the sun. This is what he wants to come back to, feminine. Isn't this amazing? This is what your masculine is working towards by becoming that magician, that King of Wands. It's like he knows that you can be harmonious again. He knows that you can find your balance again with each other, and he wants to feel that joy. He wants to see you joyful again. I think he misses that smile. You know, he misses your laughter, your smile, especially for those of you who've been in separation. He misses the warmth of your love. See, the sun's energy to him represents your love, your passion for him. You know, the respect that you used to have for him, the way you used to tell him, you're my man, you're my love, you're my best friend, and that beautiful warmth, that love, joy, and delight, that open-heartedness that you both used to share together. This is what he is trying to get back. Isn't that so lovely? I just love it. And I feel like this couldn't be a better energy for your masculine to be shifting into. This is exactly what he needs. This is the combination of what he needs in order to get out of this fear of failure that he has. Oh, I love that. Isn't that so beautiful? Excellent. So Spirit, can you tell us, what would the masculine say to his feminine from his deepest heart, if he could? What are some messages from the divine masculine to his feminine? Lovely. What what are some messages from his... Aw, look at this. Beautiful. So we have 2 light messages here and some really interesting thoughts coming through from the Divine Masculine. Look at this. You understand me better than anyone else. I wonder if you still think about me. How do you feel about me now that you've had time to reflect? So you see, definitely for those of you who've been having those ups and downs, those challenges, you know, those of you who are in some form of separation, he is definitely wondering, feminine, about what your thoughts are now that you've had time, now that he's stepped away from this a bit, right? Because of whatever his fears are, whatever his triggers have been, he is now very much wondering about you, feminine. As you've had time, as he stepped away, how do you feel about him? I think he's extremely curious to know this. Look at this. You brought out the best in me. I came alive in your presence and you challenge me in ways that make me grow. So see, here it is. Here it is, guys. Look at this. You challenge me in ways that make me grow. And that's exactly the whole point of this reading, right? Is that you have been challenging each other, right? You have been, as in ways that are telling you that you need to expand, especially when it comes to those triggers, maybe those past wounds, right? These are challenges that you can transform yourself and you can transform this connection. You have to use it as a way of growing, as a way to grow closer to one another, not as a way to grow further from one another. Wow. And so these messages are from my 2 decks, the Twin Flame Shadow and Light Oracle, as well as the Twin Flames and Separation Oracle. So then, Spirit, can you please give us some advice? What is your advice for the masculine and the feminine? Oh, look at this. This just flew out. Advice for both of you as you continue on this beautiful journey together. Serapis Bay, Ascension, move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Oh, I love it, guys. Isn't this so wonderful? This to me wraps up this whole energy so beautifully. Isn't it so amazing that this is where you're both coming to? It's time for you to rise above the darkness because the light is coming. You are both stepping into your true selves. Now, I want to tell you guys that if you feel that you want more guidance, then right now on the screen, there are 2 other videos that are highly recommended for you if you feel like you want more guidance on your particular situation. So I really recommend that you go to these 2 readings and see what messages they have as well for you. And of course, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, the link to that is in the box below, as well as the link to all of these oracle decks that I've created, especially for all of you who are on this journey to love. So you know how much I love you, you know how much I believe in you, and I'll see you all on the next video.